Good evening, members of the Fourth Estate. My name is Abdurrahman Rashid Farah, and I am the CEO of Media Citizens Front, a non-profit organization based here in Wajir County. Tonight, we are honored to have hosted a special get-together dinner in appreciation of our local media community, bringing together over 30 journalists from across Wajir. This included radio broadcasters, correspondents from mainstream media houses, and digital media platform owners, with a special pride in the participation of a vibrant female journalist who are redefining the local media landscape. Themed celebrating the role of Wajir-based journalists in advancing human rights, governance, and humanitarian impact, this evening was dedicated to acknowledging the collective contribution of journalists shaping an informed and engaged society. As an editor-in-chief myself, I can confidently testify to the resilience, dedications, and integrity shown by journalists in Wajir. And it is indeed for that reason that our organization is committed to recognizing and celebrating the work of Wajir-based journalists. Your efforts are not only essential, but deeply transformative. Allow me to sincerely thank every journalist who joined us tonight and to extend our deepest gratitude to our chief guest, Mr. Abdullahi Yusuf, popularly known as Ayoma, a senior diplomatic communication consultant with vast experience in matters of foreign policy and geopolitics of the Horn of Africa. We are especially grateful for his presence, having traveled all the way from the city to grace and support this important occasion. As a young organization, we honestly appeal to international donors, development partners, non-governmental organizations, and local NGOs to support us in achieving our goals. Thank you all, and let us continue working together to uphold the values of truth, transparency, and public service through ethical journalism.
Tonight, I'll tell you a story. 20 years ago, I was a student at Waiberi Primary School, I think some 3 to 5 kilometers from here. When I was in class 8 or standard 8, I wrote in my composition, the English composition, that I wanted to become a journalist. 10 years later, after that composition, I did become one. Sometimes I have heard that when you have a plan and you write it down, there is high chances, 80% of you achieving that dream. And I know all of you have your own dreams, and whatever you want to become in the future, please write it down on paper tonight and see it after 5, 10 years. I would like to thank you because I have seen Wajir. The speakers before me have said Wajir has the most vibrant journalists or reporters in the northern Kenya region, and more female journalists in this county. I will say kudos to everyone here. I think when you go to your social media pages and you see Wajir, Mandera, Garissa, and the whole region, there's high chances of you seeing a female journalist from Wajir more than the other counties. Journalism for me is not a profession. It's not just a career. Journalism for me, and I think for everyone else here, is about learning. It's a university for everyone. Because when you are in here, you learn so many things. You report on several issues, you learn it, so later or in the future, after a few years, you're going to proceed to another career. An example is Adu Muhammad. He's been a journalist, now he's a communications consultant. I was a journalist, now I do diplomatic work. So when you are doing your work, if you focus on your day-to-day job, I think you will stuck here But if you do extra work, for example, if you are interested in climate change or environmental issues, after every month, if you report on climate issues, environmental issues, try to attend online courses or events where people talk about climate change. And climate change these days has become a new field. People are studying climate change at university, but it's not necessarily you go to university to study this. So you can study it online, you learn about carbon credit. So later in the future, you can become climate change expert, climate change advisor to the local governor here, or you can work for international organizations dealing with climate change. If you are interested in politics, try to write opinion pieces to mainstream media. Sometimes you get published, and sometimes you don't. So what I'm trying to say here is always do extra work.
Digital media is now and is the future. Because all I know now, some of you I have known through your digital space. Abdurrahman has mentioned Wajir has over 18 digital media, which I am highly, highly proud of. And I can say Wajir remains the most organized, most vibrant digital space in the entire former NFD. That's what I can proudly say. Because if you just open your Facebook today, you will see the faces of these gentlemen and ladies here, covering all manner of stuff, which makes me really, really proud. Because social media, which is largely associated with the digital media, of course there are websites, there are other things, but largely the forum or the forums which normally we use here is social media. Social media remains one of the most, or can I say the most powerful tool we have today. Because of social media, because of Facebook, because of X, because of Instagram, because of TikTok, and because of all other social medias, is the reason why we know everything that is happening across the world. Even the so-called mainstream media today, talk about the Nation, the Standard, the Radio Africa Group, the TV 47, everything, all of them are now moving digitally. They're now moving to digital space.
On behalf of the Media Citizens Front, I warmly welcome each and every one of you to this special evening. Thank you for taking this time to join us. Your presence means more than words can express. We gather here not just to share a meal, but to plant seeds of collaboration, mutual respect, and shared purpose. As journalists, you are the voices of the people. You hold power to shape narratives, influence policy, and bring to light stories that matter. And as MCF, our mission is to transform lives by uplifting voices, empowering goals of social development, and responsible storytelling. We believe the media is not just a mirror of society, it is also a guide, a watchdog, and sometimes a lifeline. I'm pleased to share that this dinner has been made possible through the generous support of a sponsor who believes in the power of media to make a difference. Let us appreciate that even in challenging times, partnerships like this are possible. To the journalists in this room, we see your efforts, we value your work, and we want to work with you as we move forward. Let us imagine a future where media isn't just about breaking news, but about building responsible, ethical, and community-driven journalism. Let this dinner mark the beginning of that journey. Thank you once again for honoring our invitation. Let's enjoy the evening and share ideas. Above all, let's connect as partners in progress. Thank you.
I'll focus on our theme tonight, empowering voices, inspiring change, celebrating the role of Wajir journalists in advancing human rights, governance, and humanitarian impact. Indeed, Wajir journalists are to be celebrated. As one of our themes, promoting media literacy, we will make sure that we work with our journalists as they fulfill their daily duties by supporting and encouraging them in any ways.
Before I start my formal remarks, allow me to mention something that I've just noticed a few minutes ago. I was on my way to this function and I met a guy from Nairobi who is here for the Don't Hide Me campaign in Wajir Referral Hospital. So he asked me, I saw a lot of Wajir journalists in this area tonight. What is this event all about? And I told him an organization called Media Citizens Front is celebrating the role of Wajir journalists in enhancing human rights, governance, and humanitarian impact. So the guy was really surprised because he thought this is an international NGO.
For me, I think everything that I will have said has already been said. So I'll just touch on some few issues that have not been touched on. And I would like to inform our two guests here, the chief guest and our brother Ado Mohammed, that this team here is the most vibrant media team in the entire northeastern Kenya, in the larger northern Kenya, because we have a team who are hardworking, guys who are making headlines out there, guys who have created their own niche, people who have changed lives. Someone like Muawiyah has done, and his team and Anko, they have done stories on people who are facing challenges, help build families. So, but Abdullahi Ayoma, these guys are great, bro, trust me. These are people who have changed lives out there. So I'm so proud to be part of you guys.
To pick up from where my brother has left, he mentioned that Wajir is one of the most vibrant media space in this region. And he also mentioned that he doesn't have funds to support the media outlets who are operating here in Wajir County. My brother, there are so many people who out there who are willing to support such initiatives that you have brought forth. Like our brothers from iFly, we've seen them supporting many activities in this region. MCF should focus on training journalists through capacity building programs.
I want to applaud my brother Abdurrahman and his team. One thing that I'm very happy about is the way that it's the ladies who are the forefront of this organization. And it's something that, I've seen a lot of non-governmental organizations, and issues to do with gender is very sensitive. And it's commendable. I want to appreciate Abdurrashid for the good job.
Thank you, and Abdurrahman, this is a wonderful and gesture to get to this point, to coordinate all these people, to prepare this venue and this discussion. It must have taken quite some time, and we do appreciate on behalf of the team here. It's a great work, and in journalism is one of key areas whereby you cannot work single-handedly. You need teamwork. Teamwork is very important, and such gathering provide platform for a teamwork in journalism. When it comes to fact-finding, working together, doing exclusive stories, interviews, sharing content, all these things. You cannot walk out one day and can't do alone this work.